Good morning. This is Casey Strohmeyer, live with Women of Vision. I'm really excited to be here this morning with Michele James.
Good morning.
And we will just talk a little bit before anybody jumps on. And when you do hop on, please give us a wave. Even if you're watching this later, please wave at us and let us know that you're watching. We appreciate every viewer here and are excited to give you some information on something that is very useful to you. And first, starting off, I always read the Women of Vision mission statement and vision, but I'll wait a little bit because it's not quite 10 o'clock yet and just chit chat a little bit with Michele. How is your morning going?
Nice and calm and cool. It's Friday.
Yeah, that's good.
Looking forward to the weekend.
Same here. I'm looking for a relaxing evening tonight. No kids.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah. So, how was your week? Like, have you been?
It's been hectic.
Yeah.
My daughter just had a baby, and so we've got the toddler and then a baby, and my family had to come into town, of course, and then we've had some family issues. Basically car accidents.
Oh, no.
So we're dealing with that right now.
Wow.
So hopefully that'll come to a conclusion.
And you're here. So
I'm here.
Thank you for being here through all that.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah. This morning I wasn't sure how I was going to be feeling doing this live because I did lots of workout yesterday, did jujitsu. I was feeling great when I went to bed. And in the middle of the night, I woke up with this horrible foot pain. Oh. But it's actually getting a lot better. So I'm happy about that. So I'm glad that we could be here this morning. Let me get started with reading the Women of Vision mission statement to you. Women of Vision is a movement. We are women empowering women locally and globally. We connect female professionals and entrepreneurs to feel a fundamental paradigm shift from competition to collaboration, apathy to accountability. Collectively, we will encourage powerful women to become change agents in our community and throughout the world. So I just love that every time I read it, and I should know it by heart by now, but it's good to have right here in front of me. So our vision is together, Women of Vision will promote, support, motivate, and empower each other to achieve our goals, our dreams. With a spirit of integrity and excellence, we will motivate and thrive, activating our unique abilities. By empowering each other, we will not only achieve our personal and professional goals, but positively affect our communities economically, ethically, and socially to then duplicate success in women throughout Reading and beyond. We do have a lot of members now, I think over 800, and they're not just in Reading. This started a year ago in June by Maurice Brown. She's our founder of Women of Vision, and it's just grown so rapidly. When did you start in Women of Vision?
I say I started when the inception came.
Really?
Yeah, I remember
Awesome.
seeing some stuff on Facebook and thinking, what's this all about? A bunch of chicks getting together.
Yeah.
So I went to, I think my first meeting was down by Jen's Jewels, the wine place. And
is that West Side Wines?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so each month we hold a social at different businesses of our members. We've had them at West Side Wines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to that one yet, but Jen's Jewels, Mosley's, there's a lot of different wineries,
mm-hmm.
I think, in town. Brahma Shanti Yoga. So yeah, if you are thinking about joining Women of Vision and you're just checking it out, you will get lots of benefits. You can go to the website at womenofvisionmovement.com and see all the benefits. It's amazing. Like you, I first saw about Women of Vision on Facebook, I guess, through a friend. Michele Madrigal asked me to come, and then my friend Melinda, she's also a photographer. And I thought, you know what? They're both inviting me to go to this, and I was ready to meet new people. So I went down to Sweet Spot in November is when I started last year, and have been a member since, and started these Facebook Lives for everyone to, get used to being in front of the camera and also getting their business name out there.
I have found that the Women of Vision actually work better for me than all the other things that I've joined. I've been part of leads groups. I'm Chamber of Commerce member right now, and I get more leads from Women of Vision functions.
That's amazing. I think thinking about that, I think it's because we've all become such a tight-knit group, and we call ourselves our tribe. This is our Women of Vision tribe. And we've also started a Chico tribe, which I've been to all those meetings down in Chico and met some amazing women, and you'll get to see some of them do Facebook Lives in the coming year.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. So, Michele, you are a real estate photographer, but currently you work full-time for CAL FIRE.
Yes, I do.
And so how is CAL FIRE for you? Is that,
I love CAL FIRE. It just gets in the way of real estate photography. I hope to transition fully into real estate photography the beginning of next year. Yeah. That's my goal.
So it's always great to live your dream and your passion and do what you love. I mean, I'm sure you love CAL FIRE, but you really love photography.
I do.
You've done other types of photography.
Landscape photography is actually my passion, but there's no money in it. So I had to find something that there would be money in. So real estate photography, I think, is really needed. If you go online and take a look at some of the photos that the realtors are posting, they need some help. So
I agree. I was telling you this morning, when I look at houses online and the pictures aren't nice, I quit looking. I'm not interested. So think about that, realtors. If you want someone, your potential customers to purchase your homes that you have for sale.
Well, I kind of
professional.
At CAL FIRE, my job was to make the chiefs look good. In real estate photography, my job is to make the realtors look good. And professional quality real estate photos will make them look professional. It saves them time because they don't have to go take their own pictures.
Right.
And it will help establish an emotional connection with a potential buyer.
Right.
And so that's why I feel it's kind of the same.
How long have you been doing real estate photography?
I've owned the business for 2 years, but I've kind of done it just part-time.
Okay. And you also do landscape. How long ago did you fall into that?
Photography 17 years ago.
Okay.
And
that's awesome.
We've done quite well as far as accomplishments, but as far as revenue, really lacking. So
yeah, it is difficult. I myself am a photographer, but I don't photograph landscape or real estate. But I think marketing is also important. And so you have 2 children?
I have 3.
3 children. And do they live in the area?
Only 2 do. I have my oldest is a Marine in San Diego, and then there's Jessica. She's the middle child, and Joshua's my youngest. And they both live in Redding.
Nice. Well, it's nice to. So is the baby here, or
Jessica is the.
I mean, the grandchild. Your grandchild. Yes.
2 of my 5 grandchildren are here.
Wow, that's awesome. So you get to spend time with them.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know that's hard for some that don't have their kids are out of state or too far away. So that's nice. And you recently got married.
Yes.
Congratulations. That is so exciting.
Well, we were going to just run off over to the coast, but with all the fires going on and Mike being a fire captain, we had to cut it short and just get married right there in French Gulch. So we did it on one of his 24 hours down off a fire.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I bet it was amazing and beautiful.
Yeah. Actually, we both agree it was the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always a purpose for everything, and you just have to look at it that way.
Yep.
So I can't wait to see the pictures, by the way.
Oh, we didn't get any pictures.
You didn't?
No.
Why? You just didn't have
No, I set my camera up to take 25-second interval pictures.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And I looked at them and I'm like, but we are going to go to the coast and get some photos over there.
Oh, good.
So
I'm glad to hear that. So your husband, you took his last name. So will your business name change?
No, it's still going to stay Michele James Photography for the landscape and stuff like that. That's what people know us by. So, but I took Mike's name, and the real estate one, real estate shots by Michele, but they're still going to know by that.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. And your husband is a photographer with you? Does he work
He
with
goes
you?
once in a while. Yeah,
Okay.
he drives me.
Okay.
He's my navigator.
Yeah, you've told me some awesome stories about you guys traveling.
And we are very blessed in that sense. We get to travel a lot.
You guys, Michele has beautiful work. I mean, her landscape photography, and I've seen some automobiles or trucks. There was one truck that you said was an abandoned.
Yeah, the one in Colorado, Enrico, Colorado. Well, Mike doesn't like to make plans. So we just kind of stay where we're going to stay. And we were in Colorado, and in Telluride, Colorado, there's no Motel 6s or anything like that. They're all expensive hotels. So we weren't going to spend $700 to get a hotel room so we could have the dog. So we thought we'd drive a couple hours and get a room down in Durango, and we went through an old town called Rico. And Rico has rooms above the bar. So we got one of those the following night, and outside they have an outdoor bar area, and that old truck was where they served drinks.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I photographed the old truck at night with lighting and everything, and it is one of our biggest sellers.
It's a beautiful picture, you guys. Did you show it to the owners?
Oh yeah, they have. I sent them an 8x10 metal.
So if I ever go down there, is it going to be hanging in the bar?
It better be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maurice is watching. Hey, Maurice. Hee hee. She's so cute. She gets to go out of town with her son or sons for jiu-jitsu.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Maurice.
I started with her about a month ago.
Oh, did you?
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
How fun.
It is fun. So our topic today, Michele's topic, is why you should hire a professional real estate photographer. So why should you hire a professional?
Well, you know, they say that first impressions, you have like 30 seconds to make a first impression. And when someone is browsing the internet for pictures and such, or for houses and listings, they're going to go by those pictures. So you want professional quality pictures and to represent your listings. So I endeavor to do that and make them affordable for the realtors. Not only though is it for real estate, you can do it for vacation rentals, property management companies, and restaurants. Yeah. So there's a lot of reasons to have professional interior and exterior photography done on your place of establishment or your listing. Yeah. You know, so
if you have a new restaurant in town and you want to get the word out and you want professional images, Michele's your girl. Your gal.
Yep.
Absolutely. She does amazing work. I've seen it. And I'm a photographer myself, so I can tell you that.
Well, thank
you. So do you think listings sell faster?
Yes, I do. I think that your chances of selling that listing faster and for a higher price or for your asking price is probably a good thing.
Yes. Sorry. I had to make sure my microphone is not plugged in, so I hope people can hear us. I mean, I have a microphone on the computer too. So go ahead and elaborate on that.
Professional pictures, if done right, will allow a person to establish an emotional connection with that piece of property, and they could see themselves in that property. Otherwise, you know, they're just going to skim right over it. They're not going to see themselves having a cup of coffee in the morning, looking at the sunrise, or if they see a twilight shot, they're going to think, oh, that's cool. I could see myself out there by the pool with a glass of wine.
Yeah,
you know, absolutely. So that's what we're trying to establish is an emotional connection with a potential buyer or a potential customer.
Yeah.
You know, as far as an establishment, a restaurant, or maybe a wine tasting room, you know, so there's so many things that would benefit from professional real estate photography.
Yeah. So what about like new commercial buildings or like new restaurants, you said? What other type of businesses?
Well, you know, a lot of let's face it, today in this day and age, social media drives traffic to our sites. So you're going to need good pictures of your establishment for social media as well. Jewelry stores, you know, they want to see the jewelry store, or they want to see where they're going, because that says a lot about the person that's inside the store.
Right.
So
It
as far as
does.
the owner.
Yeah. And I look at that too. I mean, like when I go to a new business, or even if I'm just, I mean, it could be anybody, not just in business, but when I see how they display things, or what their pictures look like on their website, or
is their pride being taken in the store, or their display, or
and that is my deciding factor if I'm going to go in and do business or not. And also doing these Facebook Lives. Like if you have a business, I think you should do Facebook Lives. Because that's
not quite there yet.
Well, yeah, I know. A lot of people are afraid to do them, and they just aren't comfortable in front of the camera. I was super shy growing up. And so when I started doing these a year ago, I was so nervous, and people knew. Sometimes I still am. I mean, but when you start doing them more and more, you get used to it. And it's a way of building relationships with people, even though you're not face to face with them. They're seeing how you carry yourself, you know, your tone of voice and all that. So they get to know you.
This next year, that'll be a goal.
And make it a goal right now.
Okay.
You can do this. Let's go back and see. So you mentioned that it saves time for the realtor.
A lot of times, there's been times when they've just given us a key to the house, and we go ahead and just go in and photograph it without them there. They, you know, and then we go ahead and edit the pictures, and I drop them in a gallery, a pixie set gallery that they can go in and download the pictures. And there's no face-to-face. I bill them.
Oh, that's awesome.
It saves them time.
Yeah.
You know, and they're on to the next listing or showing, you know.
Right. So not a lot of people know what's involved in photography. Like they think, oh, they just take pictures and then give you the pictures. So how much time is really involved? Can you tell? Editing and all that.
It depends. I mean, it depends on the location. Some are super easy, you know, and some are not so easy because you have lighting that you've got to your flash and then the editing. Some are more to edit than others. Some are just a simple edit. Probably you're looking at 2 to 3 hours by the time you shoot and edit.
Yeah. So it takes more than just shooting. Yeah, that's you know, that's a factor in pricing and everything too.
Right. But
and your equipment.
We're very competitive on pricing though. We don't charge per hour. We charge per square footage.
Oh.
So it starts at $125, I believe.
Okay.
So but your twilight shots are more. Those take longer. You're out later, and there's more entailed to that. But
to set up your tripod and make sure it's good quality.
You know, I'll tell you what, those twilight photos make or break a listing.
Yes, I love those twilight photos. When I see, I mean,
that's where you can imagine you're out there with your buddies, you know, having a barbecue and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those are kind of crucial, but they take a little more time and effort.
Yeah. I lost my list here. So do you think, okay, we know that better quality images can create a sell faster. How about competing like with other realtors that don't have professional images?
I think it just shows, I wouldn't say lack of professionalism. Everybody has to cut costs. And so they tend to cut the costs on the photography. And I don't know. If they're selling their houses with their iPhone photos, wow, good deal. Keep it up.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but
okay. But if you have a professional, you're saving time. You're giving off a better
more
look,
professional,
a
consistent look. If you stay with the same photographer too, because there's some realtors in town that you can look at a real estate listing and go, oh yeah, that's so and so, because they are consistent. They use a consistent photographer, and I think that makes a huge difference. I really do.
And so if they're not using a professional photographer, they're not selling as quickly maybe, and that could be saving them money too. Or they might, you know, sell for the asking price if they have more professional images, right?
Right. Yeah, so, I think statistics have shown that if you have better quality pictures, that you're more likely going to get your asking price, if not higher than what you would without them.
Right. So think about that. If you're going to list your house, or if you're selling your house, make sure your realtor has a good quality professional photographer. If not, maybe you can just hire your own. I mean, I don't know, do people do that? Or do they usually go through the realtor?
Yeah, they usually go through the realtor. There's copyright stuff that has to be dealt with and everything. So, but yeah, this last year, I was fortunate enough to be able to go to a workshop down in Sacramento, or actually Auburn, with a well-known real estate photographer named Rich Baum. And his editing style is very unique and produces just amazing pictures. And it was a game changer. I look at some of those pictures that I have done with Rich's system, and some of the ones I took at first, and it's like, oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Totally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I sold my house, has it been 3 years or 2 years? I don't know. But the photographer seemed to do a pretty good job editing, but some people were like, does your pool really look like that? Or does your backyard? Because it looked amazing. I mean, we had palm trees and a nice big pool, and it really did look nice. But of course, the colors were a little richer. So do you think?
I think it could be overdone. I think a lot of photographers use the HDR, and I don't, with my real estate photography. And I think the HDR does bring out the richness, but is it realistic?
Exactly. And that's how I feel. I'm like, I mean, even in my photography, I don't like to edit a lot because I like them to look more natural. I mean, like I usually do the skin tone and all that to make it look smooth, and sharpen the eyes. But that's about it. It's, it is what you see through the lens, and people love that. So when the photographer or the real estate agent uploads the images, do they do that, or do you do that? Do you have music to it, or is there usually it's just?
No, they just have the images for their MLS listing.
Oh yeah.
That they also, other people offer virtual tours or the drone footage. We don't have drone footage capabilities yet.
Okay.
We are working on that, and as far as the virtual tour, we're working on that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I do like the drone images. It's nice to see the neighborhood and what's around it.
Right,
and how it
right.
looks.
It does make a difference, but Redding is very saturated with drone pilots right now.
Okay. Yeah. So Haley is watching. Thanks for watching, Haley. She says, having a professional can absolutely make a difference in how the image comes across. Worth it. I totally agree. So how many real estate agents do we have in Redding? Do you know?
I have no idea. There's tons.
Yeah.
There's tons. And my understanding is there's a few real estate photographers in Redding, and they're just being worked to death. So.
Wow. So you're going to be staying busy.
I hope.
You'll have a couple assistants probably. Huh? Yeah?
Maybe. Huh?
So I'm going to read a note here. Most importantly, professional photographs create an emotional connection between potential buyers and their future.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
you want that person to be able to imagine themselves in the house. I mean, if you're seeing pictures with dirty dishes in the sink, or, you're like, nah, I don't see myself there.
When I sold my house, my agent said, I want you to pack as much as you can and make it look like a hotel. I did that, and it looked really good. I mean, I think the pictures are probably still up on Zillow. Yeah,
less is more, and take out the clutter.
Yeah. So you have a website for your real estate shots. What is that?
Realestateshotsbymichele.com.
Okay, and so they can see a lot of the images that you've done, and
yeah, we're even running a special right now. If you 50% off that first job. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And how long does that run?
It's for your first job, so it'll stay up.
So you'll have it forever. Got that, people? 50% off your first real estate photography by Real Estate Shots by Michele. So what do you just love about photography? Like, why did you get into it?
I don't know. I just kept seeing all this cool stuff, and I thought, wow, I'd kind of like to take a picture of that. And I didn't have a camera. And then I got a camera. My mom, bought me my first DSLR and just went up from there. Now I shoot mirrorless, micro four thirds. And I had to send some of my cameras down south to my son, the Marine, because he's a photographer too.
Awesome.
Because I just, what do I need with 6 cameras?
Yeah.
I have 3. I gave him 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I only have 2 right now, but
yeah.
I have a few lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Lenses are fun.
I need a couple of more lenses.
What's your favorite lens?
My lens baby for my landscapes.
Okay.
It's just, I'm
cool.
loving it right now. I was even featured on the Lens Baby website as their first Creator of the Week series.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So yeah, they just add something. Those photos just are just cool.
What do you think about for portrait photography? I know
I have my nifty 50.
Yeah,
I just love it.
I like the 50 also.
Yeah.
I like the 70 to 200, but that's
out of my price range right now. I need to, that's still a $1,200 lens on Olympus. So
yeah, I've had that one for a few years, but it's my portrait lens. I love it. Do you recommend using that for real estate shots or?
No, you want to use a wide angle lens.
Yeah.
I have a 17 to 28 wide angle lens, and it works great. It really does. I know eventually I'll have to think about going to a full frame camera, but for now, micro four thirds works for me.
Great. That's awesome. Is there anything else you would like to tell our viewers about why you should hire a professional real estate photographer?
No, just for all the reasons listed, just professionalism, first impressions, and hopefully get your asking price.
Yeah. And also just kind of, like we said, you get that emotional connection.
Yeah.
So
it makes a difference.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you would like to do a Facebook Live with Women of Vision, please contact me, Casey Strohmeyer, on Facebook, or you can leave a comment on this live and I will get back to you. Visit our website at www.womenofvisionmovement.com. We also do podcasts. Have you done a podcast?
I am scheduled the middle of February.
Okay. I just did one and it was so much fun.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, it's just as fun as a Facebook Live because, well, you're not looking at a camera and people don't see you, but, interacting with everybody is fun. So we have the podcasts, the Facebook Lives. We have our Facebook page, a members page, and a business page. So anybody can go and like the page and see what's coming up, what events are coming up. When you become a member, you get lots of perks. So check that out on womenofvisionmovement.com. We do socials every month. It's like our meeting, but we call them socials because we go to different businesses of members and you get exposure that way, which is awesome. And we have a lot of fun. We did one at Armando's gallery house. Oh, that was awesome. Just that Armando's awesome anyways. And what else do we have? Podcasts.
We have the Friday like little classes.
Yes.
Those have been very beneficial.
Development. Yes. You are invited to come to the Women of Vision Development meetings, which are, is it every Friday?
No, I think it's like every other Friday, maybe.
We have the schedule on the website, so you can check that out. But our members get to have a spotlight in speaking, and also another member will do like a workshop. So that's another perk of being a member. The socials are free, and your first Women of Vision development meeting is free, and after that, there's a fee, but take a look at the memberships and you'll see what all is involved. So I hope everyone got great value out of this live today, and go to realestateshotsbymichele.com and check out her work, and highly recommend her, and consider hiring a professional to do your real estate photography. Really, really should.
Thank you.
So have a great day.
Bye. Oh.